Welcome to Franchise Empires.
Right. How do you balance, you know, kind of being true to yourself, right? And wanting to be a part of an organization that is competitive and uh I'm making an assumption here, but I'd imagine you can tolerate and you probably enjoy a more competitive environment than most people. So like how do you know when, all right, we'll draw the line here uh before maybe it becomes intimidating or anything like that to other people. Yeah, how do you know to balance your personality, I guess? Whereas most, some folks maybe it's not for them, but they're still a good employee.
Yeah, I'm still struggling with that, to be
Yeah,
honest with you. I only know one way, and I wish
yeah,
I was a more evolved uh, leader from that standpoint. But I think I trust those that know me well, and again, the fact that uh, our board of managers. We got a couple of guys that are on that board of managers that have known me going back to 1986. They were one guy specifically, Rick Doubt, was a senior or first D when I was a plebe, and I was fortunate to play varsity as a plebe, and Rick would look out for me, keep the other upperclassmen from yelling at me when we were down in formation. And he's been doing that as a member of our board of managers. And again, he has that unique perspective of knowing me as a kid, literally, and so knowing what it kind of motivates, inspires me, and being able to give me that counsel because of the length and depth of our relationship has been pretty empowering as a leader, knowing that you've got folks that are going to give you some honest, unfiltered feedback because of the relationship is there, and that's been and absolutely critical in our growth and maturation as an organization. But I'm an acquired taste because I am hard charging, full of piss and vinegar. And Laura Lee has been able to, again, she's our head of HR. She's been able to balance me out, and she's unafraid to get in my face and go toe to toe with me, and that's been helpful as well. But we want people in our organization, obviously, that fit our culture, and not everybody's going to be a type A, rah guy like I am, and that's okay. You need that diversity, but they have to have some element of wanting to compete and win because we talk about it so much as an organization. But they don't have to be, to the far right like I am, right, or the far left. The moderation is important in our business. But again, there has to be that common thread of wanting to compete and win. But varying levels of intensity are okay.
definitely. Yeah, and even honestly, as you explained, kind of your thought process behind that, I was just thinking that it's probably a very very big positive that maybe you haven't figured out how to, as you said it, quote unquote, evolve. Because I'd imagine it's a great filtration mechanism. Just if people do gravitate towards the competitiveness you're looking to build, they're gonna love it. And if they're not, you'll probably know pretty damn quick. So, uh,
Absolutely.
yeah, I just imagine by the store growth and the success you've had that it sounds like it's working. So, yeah. Um,
We think it is, and again, we learn something new every day, right? And we've got regional directors of operation, and these are the men and women that are really day to day in stores, literally every day. And Laura Lee and I, as well as our board, we take what they share with us very much, at face value and understanding that they're talking to our associates every day. Spend a lot of time in stores, but I'm not in stores every day, and they are. So there are eyes and ears, and we take their feedback. We value their feedback, and it helps us make decisions each and every day as we try to push this organization forward.
Phenomenal. Yeah, Bill, this has been super, super helpful to kind of learn your story, and I know the audience is going to find value in it. I think you said before you're not a big social media guy, so maybe. But if is there anywhere online? Do you have do you have a website for your stores or anything where people can follow along, or
Well,
you know?
I'm on LinkedIn.
Okay,
I have done a good job of being active on LinkedIn.
awesome.
And we have internal group me where I am, literally every day to our organization, sending out messages, posting results from our contest from that standpoint. But no, if again, I'm pretty much an open book on LinkedIn. Always willing to give advice if people have questions or want more information. Anything that I have and I've learned, obviously, others help me out, and I think it's so critically important that all entrepreneurs, regardless of the degree of success, are willing to be there and to help others that have these aspirations, because it is probably the most rewarding journey that I could have embarked upon. And I wish I could tell you again it was by design, but had I not gotten passed over for a promotion, I probably wouldn't be sitting here. So I think the big man upstairs knew what was my right path, even if I didn't. And sometimes it takes a humbling experience to reveal your true course. And so, there are only, there are no failures in life, from my perspective, just learning opportunities. They're all, my favorite, Rocky Balboa, Sylvester Stallone, quite, that quote from, forget which Rocky movie it was, but it ain't about how hard you hit, it's about how hard you get hit, and keep moving forward. And our journey at Pearl has been a true partnership with our franchisor. And I think you asked earlier, what lesson that I learned that I has been probably the most beneficial that I didn't expect. And when I started early on, I felt it was us against them, us being the franchisee versus the franchisor. And as I have grown and evolved a little bit, I have learned that it is a true partnership. And if the franchisor has to be invested in your success as a franchisee, and vice versa, and the two of you can learn to work together collaboratively, that's a win-win, because you can't fight the machine. And I learned some hard lessons trying to feel it was us against them, and it's not that at all, especially with the leadership team at Pearl that was there doing most of our growth, Alex Wilkes and Kathleen Steele, and they left now, but the new leadership team at Pearl now has been invaluable. Gunjan has been great, Carrie DePasquale. And so those of you that are interested in Pearl Vision, I would highly encourage you to give this a long, hard look, because I think it's a great opportunity for those that are interested in franchising.